Figure it out.
Hello, this is Adam Koralik with Flying and Eating. Today, let's go somewhere and do something, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Hey guys, it's Adam here. On today's adventure, we are going from here, Chicago O'Hare, to Long Island, New York. Specifically, we're going via LaGuardia. I don't think I've ever actually taken you guys to LaGuardia, the airport, and if I ever did, it was very early on, and I don't remember, and I have a story to tell you when we get there. But yes, we're actually going specifically to, again, Long Island for a convention called Long Island Retro. They brought me out as a guest. This is my first time ever at this one. So my understanding of that con is that it should be a lot of fun because it's actually held inside of an aviation museum. That'll be cool. But yes, this is a convention episode, not the long-awaited New York episode. It's coming eventually. We're going to do it. It's going to happen. But for now, we're just going to have fun with this. So there will definitely be New York things. I'm sure pizza is inevitable. Okay, all checked in. Today is a busy day, apparently. I mean, look at the chaos over there. Fortunately, as you guys know, clear lane, we're skipping all that. We are through security. No problems whatsoever. I got a lot of time to kill before the flight, so you know what that means. United Club. Now, I'm in the B section, which is actually where my flight is, so I should go to the United Club here. But I don't want to. I want to go to use the one in the C section because that one's the far better one. So I got time. Let's do it. First time I've wandered in here. I was like,
oh, I've been in here many times. Like I go out of my way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the other ones are like okay. It's like finger foods. This is like a meal.
That's nice. Maybe I want to get one of those. I'm gonna get a shark. Maybe a shark suitcase.
Okay, so I'm officially back in New York City here at LaGuardia International Airport. This airport has seen a lot of changes in the last few years. They did a bunch of renovations. I do have a story about this airport, though. So when I was a kid, my late mother, like in my first couple of years, we actually lived in New York, just like literally the first 2 years I was alive. So in my second year is when my sister was born. And so my mom kind of had to carry her around and just kind of expected me to like walk and stuff, right? And I was still very young, so that was kind of challenging, but she was a single mom doing this, and she was like, well, I'll just put him on one of those like child leashes, right? And so the child leash was an interesting little invention because she was like, yeah, I got this, holding one kid, having the other one just kind of strapped on, walking along. And she remembers describing this as, or when she was around, she would tell me this way. She's like, I was walking around, everybody was just looking at me, and I kept thinking like, yeah, it's because I'm a cool mom. I'm a boss. I'm wandering around. I got two kids. I'm handling it. Eventually, she turns around and looks back and sees why everybody's looking at her. It's because I had fallen over, and she had just dragged me through the airport, and she hadn't noticed, and I didn't make any noise. I was always very chill. Anyway, now I'm going to go meet up with, you guys remember Sunshine? He's been in several videos. He was cool enough to come pick me up, and we're out of here.
Hey, guess who's back?
Enjoy your cancer.
Yeah, it's weird how you have shades from yourself. This is Sunshine, as you guys remember from the DC video, Japan videos, PRGE, all that. Well, he's been in a lot of stuff. Anyway, so we're now cruising. He was cool enough to pick me up at the airport, LaGuardia, and now we're on our way to Long Island. Have you ever been to Long Island?
No. First time.
I don't think I've ever actually been there, which is kind of ironic for me. I mean, I've been to a lot of places. We lived in New York for 2 years, and I still don't think I've ever been out there.
You lived in New York?
When I was a baby.
Oh,
so, I
okay.
mean, maybe technically I've been there and I don't know, but whatever. Anyway, we're going to go out there. I don't know what the food situation is. Technically, the con's already going on. We're just not there. It doesn't matter. It's stupid that we weren't there on time, but that's a different story altogether. Anyway, we're going to go check that out. We'll figure out the food situation. We'll have fun tonight. And I'll get cancer.
All right, man, this looks familiar to you, doesn't it? We're back at another aviation museum, but this time it's the Cradle of Aviation Museum in Long Island, and this is actually where the Long Island Retro Game Expo is taking place. So we'll give you a tour at some point. Right now, our mission is simple. We need to go in and get our badges and stuff, right?
Yep.
You excited to, what?
Excited to look at airplanes.
So technically, day one of the con is in the books. We were only there for like a half hour because that was just how the timing was. We got stopped a lot, though. People being like, oh, I watch your videos. I watch your videos. Thank you. People like him who watch the videos.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for my service. Thank me for my service. Now I'm going to thank my stomach for its service because we're about to have pizza. This is a place called Napolini Express. I wanted pizza. We're going to have better pizza tomorrow. Yes, we're having 2 pizzas, whatever. It's New York. There's going to be good pizza. Plus, this place was open, and that's key. So I'm in my hotel room now. We got this nice strobe light effect. Thank you, Marriott. Anyway, no, for real, thanks to the con. They were cool enough to put me in this. I think despite having 2 beds, I'm actually by myself. Oh, and check it out. We got our pizzas. The strobe light effect actually kind of makes it look like we're in a nightclub for pizza. Yeah, you guys like that? That looks cool.
Good morning. It is day 2 here, and we never give you a review of the pizza. That should tell you everything. Very mid.
Yeah.
On a New York scale, it's like a 5 out of 10, which on a national scale would be better.
Yeah, it's still very okay.
Very okay. Anyway, now what we're doing is we're actually going over to the con proper. It opens in like an hour, but guest access, we can get a little early, set up stuff up and everything.
So I made a little faux pas back home. I forgot to bring cologne with me. James bailed me out here. I don't know if you guys remember, he almost dropped that. Last time I saw him, I brought him these. No, I didn't drop anything. I brought these from Norwich. That's an old video. And then I brought these to him, and now he has brought it back to me so that I can... Now I'm not so gross. Sunshine, my apprentice, because he's much younger than me. He's going to do all the work, set everything up. Pluto's down there. You do all the work. We got a prison TV that'll set stuff up. It'll be great. There's Leonard. What up? And we're going to give you guys a little quick tour before everybody gets here, because it's not even 9 a.m. Con opens at 10. We got a cool little retro PC section here with a bunch of stuff and various tables of people selling stuff. And ooh, a Genesis Model 3. Vendor area. Let's go out into the main area. All right, around this section over here, so you can start to see pinball machines, and we'll get into some of the aircraft. A Gorgar machine. My uncle had one of those when we were kids. That's an awesome machine. I wasn't expecting to see that. Blast City Arcades. But then things like a Warthog aircraft. Israeli Airlines. Interesting. I don't know what kind of planes these are offhand. This would be, oh, it actually says it, is a Grumman A6 Intruder attack aircraft. And this is an F-14 Tomcat. So, funny enough, like the Sega CD game, it is interesting how, like, real planes almost don't look real. They almost look like they're foam and cardboard or something. I don't know. But that's interesting, having this in here. All right, so let's move on to another room. I guess you can go up into the cockpit. That's neat. But there's a firefighter museum over there. But that's not where we're going right now. Let's go check out more of the con. All right, so here we are on the main floor. This is where a lot of the vendor tables are. There's more upstairs. You can see all sorts of things. But I'm not going to bother people too much because everybody's trying to do work. But there is an upstairs second floor area. Lots of cool consoles and things. Oh, there's a coffee cart with free coffee. I might have to hit that up in a bit. But yeah, again, this will be more active and lively when the actual show opens up. But let's go take a look upstairs, because there's a whole big thing up there. All right, upstairs we have a nice history display with a whole bunch of different systems and odd selecting devices, but you have a lot of infamous things, a lot of systems that I either have or... Actually, let's see what the first system is that I don't have. Got all these. Consoleized GBA, have that. Yeah, I have all these. I literally have all these. Sorry to disappoint. But yeah, so here, again, is just more... Yeah, it's like an entire timeline of various video game consoles all set up, ready to play. And thus far, I have not found a single one that I don't own. Yep, literally have all of these. Continue onward. There we go, the Arcadia 2001. I don't have one of those. But the rest of these, I don't count that. But everything else, yeah, this is when we get first gen stuff. We're going to start getting into things I probably don't have. Yeah, Telstar I don't have. Fairchild Channel F I don't have. But, oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'll have to play in there. Video Games New York has a setup in there. My buddy Dan, Video Games New York, he's here somewhere. Yeah, he's a good guy. But, yeah, there's more of this. And I know there's another area somewhere. Oh, look at that. There's a Blue Angels aircraft. That's neat. All right, so that's a really unique view of the vendor hall. And you can see the view from outside. But yeah, you have all the aircraft and everything. Very neat. I have no idea what's going to be up here. Again, this is weird. It's like, it's obviously the show is happening, but it's also a museum simultaneously. So you have like aircraft stuff and a Sega Genesis all set up. Very cool. So as someone who obviously loves both video games as well as, oh, they have those McDonald's Tetris things. These came out only in China. These are really recent. Okay, that's cool. I was not expecting to see one of those. That's neat. But yeah, as someone who obviously loves to fly, as you guys know, and as someone who loves video games, what a cool venue to hold a retro video game convention. This is awesome. Yeah. More systems, more Pan American. A lot of history of Pan American. Tetris cabinet. Yeah, more and more stuff. All right, I know there's a couple more rooms downstairs. Let's see what else we can find down there. Now we get into the arcade cabinets. We got Pong, we got Turtles, X-Men, and then we got my buddy Paul Nemeyer's original version of Mortal Kombat 1 with the logo on the left instead of facing to the right that you're more familiar with. He actually drew it this way. You guys know Paul, he's been on this channel a bunch. Cool, shout out to him, because you don't see too many of those. The Super Nintendo arcade cabinets, and then we have an entire arcade section here. Ooh, Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. And we're inside of this like solar system area. This place is huge. I didn't realize the layout. Whoa, look at that. You got like drones, you got spacecraft, but then of course more consoles set up with all of it. That's really cool. More and more planes. And everywhere you look, there's just a plane and video game consoles. Absolutely perfect. Arcade cabinets, like Golden Axe. That's a good game. I know some of these. I know a bunch of these. All right, we keep moving on here. Moving on. We're gonna look at more aircraft. What else we got down here? More planes, and oh, there's a Dreamcast, of course, and World War II era aircraft. Yeah, Cradle of Aviation Museum. I don't know why this museum is here. I don't know the history of the museum itself, but I guess that doesn't matter that much. It's just cool to see. Yeah, look at that. I think that's a P-40, but I could definitely be wrong about that. Yeah, let's take a look. All right, TWA interface. Lufthansa model, there you go, Germany. Yeah, looking at more cockpits and different type of fighters, some Vietnam era stuff. Grumman aircraft, and they have models of things. This is so bizarre, because like, just the way it's laid out, it's like, obviously it's an active, you know, aircraft museum, and then it's just like half, it's been taken over by video game stuff. So it's like you're kind of, I hope you guys like both of these things, because you're getting a nice mixture of everything right now. That's really cool. Yeah, yes, you got Sonic the Hedgehog. Wow. Long Island Afterfields goes to war with Sonic the Hedgehog. There you go. That's bizarre. The Cheek Baby? What? Some of the names of these planes, man. Yeah. All right. Warbirds from Long Island, and then you have just various games. Ooh, that's a cool little car. That's neat. The I forget the name of these type of planes. The seaplanes, I think is what they're. Just a seaplane that can take off from water, of course. Very cool. Wow, this is really neat. And just the bizarreness of it just being like video game systems all set up along. Ooh, there you go, Barbie fashion designer. We're gonna have to come back and play that. Congrats to the Barbie movie for making over $1 billion. More old cars, old planes. That's really neat. And then Nintendo setup. Welcome, racing fans. Yeah, and you can hear more Sonic. I hear Sonic rings. Sega Saturn, arcade sticks. Let's see what else we got. Let's see. Yeah, that's arcade stuff. All right, let me head back into the main area as best I can and see what else I can find for you guys. This is really something. You want to see some obscure systems? You have the LJN Video Art and the Socrates Video VTech. Wow. All right, so let's look at some obscure systems. We've got, this is actually a DVD player that has a Game Boy Advance built into it. Very hard to find. The Super Famicom television, the Famicom television, the Divers 2000 Dreamcast, which I am one owner of. This is an odd version of the 3DO. That's actually very hard to find. An IQ. This was a Nintendo system only released in China. It's basically an N64, but consoleized. The PC Engine Shuttle, Turbo Duo, Super Graphics. I've done videos on a bunch of these. Cassette Vision, I don't have that. A bunch of those I don't have. The Television 2 I have. The Sega SG-1000, I got one of those. That's a Toshiba. Ooh, this is a very weird system Casio made. This was actually recalled. They put this out in Japan only, and then quickly, took it away. So this thing was very, very hard to find. I've never seen one in person. That's really cool. But yeah, more obscure stuff. A Game Wave, a Casio Loopy with the expansion. That's awesome. You don't see that very often. Over here,
Super Famicom with Teleview. I got that. I got a bunch of this stuff. Very cool. PCFX, FM Towns Marty. Right, we have one of those over at our museum.
With the Doc Brown.
Oh, that's much better than ours.
Oh, this thing hits 80 miles per hour.
Yeah.
You know the rest.
I love that there is a system called the FM Towns Marty, and the ODE for it is actually called the Doc Brown. CDI, Nintendo 64 with 64 DD, Amiga CD32, Neo Geo CDZ. Yeah, we got a lot of cool. Ooh, an Amstrad GX 4000. Then we're starting into kind of getting into PC hardware, which is really where Sunshine will take over. But things like Super Famicom box, NES box, and MSX. A Terra Drive. That's bad. Pladia, I've got that. Karaoke with the Dreamcast, I got that. I have the keyboard controller for this GameCube. I got a bunch of this stuff. Do not have the PS2 toolkit. That's cool. Laser Active, I do have that. 360 Dev Kit, do not have. GameCube Dev Kit, don't have, but I do have. Oh, sorry, Wii Game Dev Kit. Panasonic Cube, I've got. Pippin, I got. PSX, I got. Xbox Debug Kit, I got. But a lot of that, no, I don't have. So that, you got all the neat toys, but I maintain I got some cool toys. Let's go check out my toys.
Let's check out your toys.
Okay, we are officially all set up here with our toys, and Eon was cool enough to loan us that for the day so that we can have that running over here. The con is about 1 minute from opening. Everybody will be pouring in from there at some point. Look who's back, everybody.
Hi.
You guys remember Rob? You haven't seen him in a minute.
I know.
We got to go back to Chiafullo's at some point,
Oh,
dude.
we absolutely have to.
We have to go back to Chiafullo's.
We're not just having bagels
He
here.
provided us with Joyzy Bagels. Joyzy Bagels. James gets a Joyzy Bagel. There you go. There's your Joyzy Bagel. I got cinnamon raisin.
I'm not gonna eat the whole thing. I'll split it.
I'm gonna eat the bagel.
Okay.
So the con's going well. We met a fan of the Travel Channel.
I'm Squishin. In the Discord, I go by Astronomus. I'm the guy who sent him those coins of the U.S. territories.
Which I appreciate. So the U.S., the state
They're like
quarters
little
and stuff.
painted quarters. Yeah,
Yeah.
I found them in a collector's shop when I was going in there. I was like, oh, Adam would like.
I did. So there's the state quarters thing. They did the territories, and because of him, we got those because I couldn't find them
And
myself.
DC, right?
Yes, and DC.
as well,
So
yeah.
the 6 oddball parts of the U.S.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you doing that. So you enjoying the con? You having fun
This
here?
is my first time here in Long Island Retro Gaming Expo. I'm also a big space fan, so this is like worlds colliding for me, gaming, and there's like spaceships and planes and stuff all around. So.
And you said you're doing your own channel now, travel channel of some kind?
Yeah, so I've got my channel Squish on YouTube, and I also stream on Twitch occasionally if you want to check me out there.
Yeah. I inspired him, not really.
Inspired, yeah.
Yeah, inspired. Appreciate it though. All
right.
And wait, who's your favorite side character that shows up in these videos? You just
side
mentioned
character.
Yeah.
Atlanta Dave is always cool
Was there ever any doubt?
because he's like the opposite personality of you. He's kind of like grounding.
It's always Dave.
Well, duh, of course.
Dave's always popular. It's either Mrs. Koralik or Dave. That's it. Those are everybody's favorites.
And I must say that Sunshine over here, right before I arrived today, right before I got into the convention, it started raining. So I knew it was going to be his fault.
Yeah. Well,
So
thank you very much for watching.
Yeah, yeah.
Appreciate it.
This was actually made by Nintendo. Because it's before Nintendo was Nintendo here. So Nintendo from the late 60s to the early 70s was manufacturing electronics for other companies. And this is one of the companies that hired.
It's a realistic looking gun for the Magnavox Odyssey. This is like almost impossible to get now because like every arms control will like basically try to seize it from you. But it's really cool.
Oh, the good old days.
Thought I'd give you guys a more updated look at the con now that it's definitely in full swing. We only have an hour left until it shuts down for the night. So you guys can see a bunch of dealer tables and all sorts of weird things. Just a quick, and my favorite thing ever at a con ever, the coffee cart that just wanders around to give me free coffee. You are an unsung hero. You are a god amongst mortals. Thank you for everything that you are. You have made life so much better. Thank you. But yes, we have lots and lots of good stuff. So the con has a guest room for us, which is cool. And they have this as the pizza, which we found funny because James ate a few slices and said it was very mid. Yeah, it's mid. All right, so the con is wrapped for the day. We've got part of the entourage. James is still inside. We're going out to Queens now to get pizza. So I apologize earlier because I think we said we were going to Manhattan. That plan has been scrapped. We're going to a new place. I don't remember the name of. Maybe you do. New Park Pizza. New Park Pizza. A bunch of the locals are like, yeah, don't do pizza in Long Island. There's pizza war among pizza states. Trust me, we're all snobs for a reason. And they're all like, don't do it here. Go into another part of the city. So we're going to Queens. This is multi recommended by people.
Hopefully it doesn't suck. If it sucks, I'm gonna be mad at you. You're the noob. This is gonna be your fault.
Oh, okay.
No pressure from the guy from Vermont who had nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
So we've decided to make our way out to Queens to get to a place called New Park Pizza. It was recommended to us by a bunch of people, so let's see how this goes. So we obviously got pizza. Sunshine and I are waiting on ours. And you got a slice.
Yep.
How is it?
So, some people like their pizza with a lot of like oil, like as you can see here. I would say that this is a pretty good blend of pre-seasoning because you can see some of the pepper on there. A good amount of cheese. Like it kind of reminds me of the dollar pizza slices if they were like really gourmet. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's how I would.
So
say
in other words, you recommend this place?
We'll see what your pie feels like, but
Oh.
for its one slice, okay, I would say so.
Okay, all right.
I wouldn't go too far out of the way like we did, but still pretty good.
Our pizza's arrived. Check it out. Sunshine, you excited?
Oh, yeah.
We got pizza happening here.
Finally actually get some
Yeah, well, we had with the glorious pepperoni. You know this place must be good because it's cash only and we still did it. I'm hoping for the best. Go for it, man. So we did a thing we don't normally do, which is we split a pie. You know, don't normally do such things, but I think it turned out pretty well. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I mean, the place was cash only, so.
Yeah, that's a huge disadvantage, but
act of desperation.
Yeah.
But it still worked out.
yeah, it was a good amount of food and no like random leftovers and stuff. But I was very happy with that pepperoni pizza, gotta say. So I would say we recommend this place on the food level. The cash part kind of sucks. Keep that in mind. Also, that it's very specific with which type of ingredients they will do. So there's no like pre-built margarita or anything like that. But that said, it's still good enough that I would recommend it. What about you?
Oh yeah, definitely recommend. I don't have as much experience with New York pizza, but
Yeah.
I hope I'll get more.
So I would say on a New York scale, it's a 9. On a national scale, it's a 10. Good morning. It is day 3 here on this adventure, and as you can probably tell, my voice is a little bit burned out. So enjoy that, because all day yesterday I'm just constantly talking, making speeches, all that. So excitingly, I now have my panel, or I'm going to as soon as things open up. It's still closed, in the big, apparently like Omnimax type room. No pressure. The evil Rob Thanos will be joining me. We'll be on stage talking video game prototypes, some console history, stuff like that. It should be a lot of fun. Ah, look at this nerd. Gonna be talking about all sorts of weird stuff nobody cares about. Should cancel this guy. Screw that. Yeah, this is a bad nerd. See, that's an example of a good nerd. Did you follow this guy? Scarlet Sprites? Yeah, he's awesome, whoever he is. Let's go with that. So we're inside the panel room, which is insane. It's an Omnimax. And we're just going to be sitting down here, grabbing these things and be like, hope everybody can see. We have 2 whole guests. So check this out. My video will be on Omnimax for no one to pay attention to. Panel went really well, I think. What do you think? It went really well. It was pretty fun. We had a good time. Omnimax Theater, that was cool. They got to see us on the giant Omnimax screen, playing our own videos back to us. 70 millimeter Korlikheimer being played up there. Also, we got a little gift. This dude came up, he's like, I emailed you years ago and I meant to send you something, I just forgot about it, so here it is. It's some cool Shenmue promo stuff. Because I guess it's like a standee and stuff like that. This guy, he's like, yeah, I used to work in an electronics store and we had it. A little bit, just a tad. So thank you to other Rob. This guy's the guy who gave it to me. His name was Rob, because that's the law again. I don't give him anything. And yeah, Rob would never. He gives me AIDS, but everybody else gives me good stuff. So the very nice gentleman who makes the coffee came over. He found me specifically because he made a special espresso just for me, so he claims, which was very nice of him to do. Now apparently food is out, so I'm gonna go grab some finger food, see what I got, because I'm a little hungry here. Excited. Con is going really well. This is a really good video games convention, and such an awesome venue with all the aircraft and stuff. Is great. So we got this little Italian buffet. We got chicken. What are these? Oh, this looks good. And 2 types of pasta. Looks very nice. So we both just had this lemon chicken, the one they were catering. Yeah, that was the best thing we've eaten here, like on the whole trip by far. God tier lemon chicken. It looks kind of like
yeah,
nothing.
it's unassuming. I think it's catered food, so it's just looks kind of soggy, almost cold, but holy crap, that was good.
It was unbelievable. I don't know how they did that. Like, good bonus point to Long Island for its lemon chicken. Amazing. Amazing. I have no idea where it came from.
We should have asked. Yeah.
And I'll never experience it again. And maybe that's for the best. Because I don't want to get addicted to that. Because, like, what if I came out and I'm like, we need to find lemon chicken? Like, I don't want that to be my thing for the rest of my life. I'm going to be chasing that ghost enough as it is. Lemon chick.
Oh, con's over. It's ungodly hot out. The evil Rob Thanos has been slightly less evil. He's going to take me over to LaGuardia now so that I can go home. The con was a lot of fun.
His plane's going to crash, though.
It's possible. It is possible. I could believe that. Half of all planes crashes are his. But anyway, yeah, peace out to the con. They were awesome. This is a highly recommended con. I was kind of sad this is only my first time doing it, but they already said, you know, hey, you can come back next year. Why are you listening to other things while we're doing this, Rob? What's wrong with you?
My phone was...
Your phone. Anyway, that won't be in the video, or it will. I don't know. It depends on how lazy I felt when I was editing this. Probably it's still there. Yeah, it's still there. Yeah, it's still there.
Men in Black reference. Woo! Man, that thing has really gotten a lot crappier.
Oh. Okay, so I am now at LGA, just dropped off by the evil Rob Thanos. So it's time to check in, go to the United Club, and wait for my flight.
Man, I cannot get over how much LaGuardia has improved in the last few years. This used to be a complete dumpster, and now it's like, oh, wow, it's like a real airport. It seems very nice. I'm pretty sure they have a clear lane here, whatever. So we'll go take advantage of that. Ah, well, there you go. See, they know. Think the new terminal looks good. Just wait until the whole airport's finished. Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, through TSA, no problem. Now, interestingly, there is no clear section over here. I thought there would be. It seemed obvious, LaGuardia. So I went up to TSA pre-check, of course, and the woman checked. She's like, oh, you look travel a lot, because she was looking at my passport. And then I asked her, like, what about clear? She's like, only over in Terminal C. It's like for Delta passengers. And I was like, I'm off the island. You know what I mean? Like, not my area.
So after security, you get through this like new area that's just full of like obviously Starbucks and stuff. But look at this. They have this like cool waterfall thing. This is like an old reference to one of my St. Louis videos, but I remember this really automated cool waterfall where the water actually does like tricks based on how it's programmed. That's really neat. So it comes up from the ceiling and then interacts with that. And I guess there's like a showtime and stuff. Okay, we are gonna go to the United Club Lounge, which is gonna be interesting because I've never been to this one. This will be completely brand new. There it is over there. And let's do a little exploration. Let's see how this one turns out, if this one's any good or not. All right, we are in. So we've got a bunch of seating over here. I'm just gonna park over here. I think that's gonna be the perfect spot. Plug in here, charge all my stuff, and then head over and get some snackies. So a little bit further along, we have the coffee machine, which is unfortunately out of service, but we got regular coffee. One of the Coca-Cola machines. I'll make some of that. They have a bar where you can order stuff, and it looks like they have a little buffet. Orange water, gummy bears, salad components, a little bit of sandwich type stuff, cold cuts. Not gonna lie, that's really tempting, but I have to be less fat. German chocolate cake with coconut. Little fours, cookies, breads, some pepperoni flatbread, cheese tortellini, lobster mac and cheese. These are your two big winners right here. I think we're doing some of that.
That was a pretty nice club lounge. Not the best, but pretty good for just a standard club lounge. The food was pretty good. I really like the lobster mac and cheese more than the cheese tortellini, but both were quite nice. Anyway, onward to the flight. We're officially back home here in Chicago at O'Hare. Not much to this. First of all, the United Clubs are going to be closed by this point because it's almost 9. And secondly, in addition to being exhausted, I got to get out of here because, believe it or not, tomorrow I'm flying to London. I swear, home at this point is just an airport hub for me to get naps and drop my stuff off. Anyway, so I want to give a huge shout out to Long Island Retro for bringing me out for the con. Wonderful convention, had an absolute blast of a time. I really hope I get to go back to that. I hope you guys enjoyed that venue because that was just cool, right? It's like you got a video game convention and a museum all in one go. So a huge shout out to them. Thank you to everybody who came out in general just to visit us and see me and all that sort of stuff. And of course my buddies who all showed up in there, Sunshine, Rob, of course, everybody else. It was just a fun time. So, and James, of course. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. As always, please do me a favor, like this video, comment down below, subscribe if you've never done that before, as well as check out all the social media stuff in the description: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Discord, Patreon, etc. Appreciate the support on everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all later in London.